Roc Nation Sports is calling for changes in South Africa's sports industry. The president of Jay-Z's company, Michael Yormack, says the change must be drastic. He says that's the only way to survive and capitalize on its star members, the players, of course. The company recently signed our Springbok captain, Siya Kolisi, and the Proteas captain, Themba Bavuma. Isaac Lugudde-Katwe, Director of Operations for Roc Nation Sport in Africa, joins us now to discuss this. A very good morning to you, Isaac, and thank you so much for your time. So what exactly does Michael mean, or rather Roc Nation Sports mean by a need for a change in South African sport?
Good morning, Morena. Good morning, and to all the listeners, a pleasant Sunday morning to everybody, and I hope everybody is well and safe in these times. Well, you know, the headline was a little bit misleading, adapt or die, but change is not a bad thing. Change is very necessary because a lot of people are comfortable with the status quo, how sports is right now. But South Africa has the potential to have the best sporting culture and environment in the world, almost parallel that of the United States. But the only way that that can happen is if unions, governing bodies understand the value of private investment as well as the value of the most important asset, which is the players. When players have a stake in the orderly running of the sports, it allows them to basically understand and guide what's actually needed. So that's what we mean in terms of just basically a change or learning how to adapt using some of the best practices that's used in some of the best world sporting bodies and one of the best brand federations in the world, which is the NBA.
So how would you advise South African sports federations, particularly, you know, cricket and rugby, where you have players signed onto Roc Nation, how would you advise them to improve, to get better, to change?
Well, it's for the most important thing is communication. The communication and understanding the value of your players. You can't tell players, I'll give you a prime example, you can't tell players in the last, they're playing a championship game and in the last minute they have to do something which they've never been told they had to do. And then all of a sudden expect people to be in the right frame of mind. That's not right. It's basic. It starts with communication and allowing them to understand, like, hey, we're going to do A, B, C, and D. How do you guys feel that this would mean? How would it mean to you? How would it mean to your team? How would it mean to your commercial partners? How would this mean to basically the running of the sport?
And just very quickly, we are running out of time, unfortunately. But Isaac, I wanna, if you could even give us some sort of like a scoop. Are you guys preparing to sign anybody in South Africa? Anybody else in South Africa?
Oh yeah, 2022 is going to be a year that Roc Nation is also going to continue to show growth and development. We do have some special athletes that we are going to sign and that we are signing and announcing 2022. So watch out for that.
Oh, fantastic. It shows that South African sport is growing. If you've got a Roc Nation Sport, for example, that continues to find talent in this country to invest in. So we'll definitely be looking out for those news. Isaac, we'll leave it there. But thank you so much for joining us here on eNCA this morning. That is Isaac Lugudde-Katwe, who is the Director of Operations for Roc Nation Sport here in Africa.